Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the reverse makeup technique that mature women can do. It's not a lot of makeup. It depends on how you approach this technique. And I think that it's going to really lift and sculpt your face. I think it's going to really give you some encouragement that you can change your face shape with makeup. Very easy, very simple. And I'm really excited to launch 2 new products with you. I'm going to talk about those in this video today. So are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, I'm taking off my eye patches. These are from Patchology. Actually, I had a little surprise at the office the other day that they sent me some of these eye patches and face masks, and I had just bought them and loved them. I used to sell them in my studio. This is Serve Chilled on Ice Firming Eye Gels, much needed this morning. And then, of course, I took off my frownies. This is my alternative to Botox. I've done plenty of videos on that. I have a coupon code below for you, and it smooths out my forehead so nicely. Makes me feel so good. So I feel more in control with that. So this is a reverse makeup technique. It's been around forever and ever. It was really going viral over on TikTok this year, and I wanted to bring it to you. I'm not trying to look younger. I'm not trying to do a ton of makeup. If you don't like this process or you don't like this technique, you don't have to do it. It's really up to you. I'm showing mature women how they can be included in different techniques on maybe just switching it up a little bit, doing less, not so much makeup. And this really lifts and sculpts the face. And that's why I think it's really important for mature women to know about this technique. For me as a makeup artist, I always gravitated towards older women, doing makeup on older women, because I found it to be a challenge. I wanted to see how I could really bring their beauty to life. I could really correct things. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I feel like it's my calling. When I was doing makeup on set with models, commercials, print, what have you, you name it, I didn't feel that it was really a job. I'm like, how can you make them look bad? You have to be a very bad makeup artist to make these women, these girls, look bad because their skin's perfect. It's tight. There's nothing really to cover up. I mean, it was like, should I even be putting makeup on them that much? So for me, I'm really passionate about helping women feel the best that they can through makeup. Makeup is life transforming if you use it correctly. And that's what we're doing today. I also have 2 products that I'm launching in January, a blush stick, a new color, and a cream bronzer. So I'm going to get into that. So let's first I'm going to use my Shiseido Cotton. I'm going to use a little Caudalie. This is the concentrated brightening essence. You would be amazed at how many things that I have found with my move. All my skincare and things that I didn't know I had. So I'm thrilled. I just found this and I was excited that I hadn't used it. It was brand new. Feels so cool and refreshing. You can use a cotton pad. You can use your fingers or just your hands and work it into the skin. It's for all skin types. And then I've been using this in the move. I was like, you know what? I need to finish this up. Almost finished with it. This is the Estee Lauder Ultimate Diamond Transformative Brilliant Serum. It's this refillable thing that never stays inside. So this is glass. I have to take it out because I will probably drop that and break it. But these refillable, I don't know. I'm not thrilled with them, to be honest with you. They're always falling apart. They don't stay in the jar. So I'm putting on this serum. When you start putting on your skincare, you're using frownies for months and months, you will see that your skin is tighter. You're going to see that your skin's smoother. I really have seen this. I think I've been using it for, I don't know, we'd have to go back to the video maybe it's been 4 months, 5 months. I really see a big difference. I only do it on my forehead though. I've tried a little bit here, but I don't love the feeling when I'm sleeping. So I just leave that off and I'll do patches. I'll do other things for this area, but oh my gosh, I love it. Let's just keep the hair out of the face here and we'll put it up. Now, last step to prep the skin is Fiercely Smooth. I'm going to use just 2 pumps and I'm going to prime my face. Primer is on. Now we can talk about this technique, this reverse makeup technique. So there is a makeup artist that really everybody started recreating her technique, and it's Mary Phillips. And she talks about how this is like the bones of your makeup. Like you're laying the bones, or this is the structure when it comes to the contour and the highlight. And then your foundation, your BB cream, CC cream, tinted moisturizer, whatever you choose to use is like the skin. So I think that this is a really great concept for women that are mature, that are looking to lift the skin, looking to get a little bit more definition to their skin and doing it in a little bit of a different way. So these are the two new products that I am launching in first quarter of 2024. Very excited. This is a cream bronzer stick. I've never had this before, so I'm very excited. These also, I've seen a lot of comments. These with our blush sticks, they have a little ring around them, so they do snap shut. They are not just a twist. You just pull them off and then you snap them back on. So this is a cream bronzer called Coconut Row. It's named after one of my favorite streets in Palm Beach. And then I have Paris, which is going to be a really beautiful berry color. So this is going to be really nice for medium to darker toned skins. You can see, you can have it really nice and concentrated. You can sheer it out. I'm going to just take it off my skin in a second, but I wanted to show you what it complements. St. Bart's, which is our cream blush that's more in a pinky, really beautiful, like petally pink hue, cooler. And then of course our Palm Beach, which is going to be more of this kind of peachy apricot here. So these are the colors you have: Palm Beach, Paris, and St. Bart's. Of course, I'm taking you on a little vacation. I have St. Bart's on the list. It's one of my destinations that I haven't been to that I really would like to go to. And let me show you the bronzer just so you have a reference of what it looks like on the skin, not on the hand, but on the skin. This is going to be the bronzer color. So you can have this going lighter, you can have it going darker depending on the concentration. It's not an orange base, it's more of yellow. So you have just a really pretty kind of in between a light and a dark bronzer. My skin's gonna be a little red there from testing for you, but this is very exciting. So this will be the collection. You'll have the 3 cream blushes and then you'll have 1 cream bronzer. So this will help us with our technique today. So we are going to be sculpting the face. And again, mature women can do this. It just depends again on how much you're gonna add or how little, what have you. A lot of the time you're going to see lots of like streaks. I did a whole kind of parody over on TikTok. I think it was like 2 years ago about contouring the face and how ridiculous it looks and what have you. But I think we're taking this technique a little bit of a different concept in really just lifting and sculpting the face in a really beautiful, natural way, not being over the top and trying to just put on as much makeup as possible. This is very specific and it's very intentional. So basically, we have talked about, when you bronze, you can go right into this kind of like hollow, if you will. I've done that so many times. It just depends on what kind of look you're looking for. From the top of your ears, kind of where you would put your bronzer if you were doing normal bronzing and what have you. I want to start lifting the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where my cheekbone is. Here it is. I'm going to go just right the base of my cheekbone. So I'm lifting. I'm not going into this hollow. I'm not bringing it down. I'm bringing it up. So again, I'm not going to do a big streak. To me, it's a little overwhelming. I'm going to just do like a little bit of that, right? I don't need to bring a whole streak down. You can also do, if you wanted to, do 3 dots right there. Also looks the same, not a big deal. You can go up here also for contouring the face. And then here is really wonderful. So you will want to kind of lift, we want to get that structure right here. So I'm going to just do, especially right there, where I see a little bit of just right there. So we have that kind of structuring out the face. Now, I always think that it must be a little bit higher on one side because I always feel like this is lower, but guess what? Right, symmetrical, don't worry about it. Just keep going. I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush. You can take a sponge also. You can take your fingers depending on what you want to do. But what I'm going to do is now blend this cream bronzer into my skin and I'm lifting it up. I'm not going to bring it down, right? So I'm going to just lift it up in this area here, working it into just this base of my cheekbone here. Really important tip is to blend. You want to make sure that you're really blending this out. Remember, this is the base. There is going to be a foundation, BB cream, CC cream, tinted moisturizer over your face. Almost like this is going to come through what you put on over. So you don't have to worry too much because we're going to blend it again over. Now we have this beautiful contouring. Now we can take a color corrector. For me, at least, I have this redness. I need to color correct a little bit before I do my concealer. Also, I have pigmentation here, so not to be confused with my bronzer. Sometimes they all marry together and mix together. That's fine. I will lighten it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my no redness because for some reason today my chin is red. Around my nose here is red. So basically My concealer, like I like to say, doesn't do all the heavy lifting. I'm going to like lighten this first. I'm going to color correct. So then when my concealer goes on, it's a little easier to get that flawless look. So no redness is on where you can see that is now neutralizing that redness. So I have two different options now. I could go in just with the concealer in this area here, or I could color correct a little bit more with my Just Peachy. So first, let me just give my concealer not a lot of work to do today. I'm gonna go and just basically kind of erase any of this darkness here. This right here is gonna come and be erased. Do the same thing over here. Just Peachy is on. You can go back in with your finger and just press this in before you do your concealer. If I have extra on my finger, I can just take it down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to take my concealer in light. This is CC02, and I'm going to just kind of go right over where I did with my color corrector, bring it down just a tad, take it up. So I'm lifting up at this end corner. I can do a little bit more here, go over the no redness, and then come up just a little highlight right here. Now I'm going to take a clean foundation buffing brush that I use for concealer and just work this in. The final step is taking my BB cream in light, and she took a really big fluffy brush. I would normally take my foundation buffing brush, but let's go in with a powder brush, a little bit larger, and I'm going to just buff on my BB cream. Now you can see how the contour is coming through that BB cream. So you have this really beautiful natural looking contour, and it's not sitting on top of your foundation or your BB cream. I'm going to go in real quickly with my eye primer, and I'm going to just neutralize out my eyes real quick. Something very simple that I could do with this look is just take my creme brulee, which is my bronzer hybrid, and I can take my blush brush and just swirl it and then use this as my eyeshadow. Then I can take a little cream blush and I can still keep lifting the cheek. So I'm going on the higher part now of my cheek, right here, lifting up. Now this is going to depend on your bone structure, on your skin, where you want to place your cream blush or your powdered blush. But I'm going, since I put the contour on the bottom part of my cheekbone, I'm going to the top of my cheekbone. All I have left to do is a little mascara, and I'm going to go and do my lips with a very natural looking lip liner. I'm using my Volume Up mascara. This is going to really give me that precise lash look. So it's going to separate every single lash. Last step is going to be my waterproof Cameo lip liner. I'm going to line my lips and I'm going to fill it in. Filled in my lips with my lip liner. It's a very easy way to create a custom lipstick. And I'm going to go over with my Rose Lip Balm. So this is a really beautiful look that you can see. You're sculpted, you're lifted. Now, if you feel like it's a lot of steps, a lot of makeup for a mature woman, just do the cream bronzer underneath your BB cream, or just do the blush in a different way where you're lifting the face. There's a lot of different ways to manipulate this technique. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, you did color corrector, you did concealer, you did the bronzing stick, like that's just too much for me. Start with what you're comfortable with. If you're wanting to lift and sculpt the face, you obviously have to do different techniques. So this is a really important step for mature women that are wanting to have that beautiful sculpted but still natural look. I think that it looks really beautiful being underneath your foundation, really bringing that out and having it look beautiful, but popping the cheeks after. You want your blush to be on after, so it really gives you that color. Mature women need color in their face. You're going to really love. Let's just put on a little Paris. Let's put on just in this little area here. We're going to give a little bit more color. Again, when you leave the house, you want to have a little bit more color because as you go through the day, it is going to really kind of fade, and you can always touch up, throw this in your bag, but you get this really beautiful, beautiful pop of just healthy glow. So you can see just really, really beautiful. And I'm very excited that we have this punchy color so you can really experiment and you can really add that color to the face. So ladies, let me know, are you going to be using this technique? Is this something that you're interested in? Is it too much? Is it too little? Are you excited? Let me know in the comments below. And until my next video, I'll see you later.